Hi, I'm Kathleen.
And I'm Sean.
And you're listening to the Dead Baby Bear podcast.
Dead Baby Bear. Long story. Well, she had 12.
She did have 12. Oh,
wow. So wait a minute.
That wasn't into the microphone at all, by the way, that whole
No?
story, I don't think.
Where were you? You were in Cuba,
I was in Cancun last February.
Cancun, and
Yeah.
somebody put a monkey in your hands.
Well, they came
Took
down to the
pictures.
pool with the cutest little baby monkey, and I lost
Aw.
my fucking mind, and I wanted to touch the monkey.
Yeah.
But nothing's free in Mexico because...
No, even monkey touching.
And that's fine. But I asked if it was free to hold the monkey, and they're like, yeah. And then they start taking my picture, and then I'm like, I don't want this picture. And they're like, no, we printed it. It's only this one. I'm like, I literally...
Hey, don't worry about it. It's already here.
You
already got it. We already have the pictures.
We don't need...
All we need is your money now.
So she asked me a million times what my room number was. They wouldn't leave me alone. So I was just finally like, here is my room number. I'm such an honest
How
idiot.
did you not lie about
Why
your
didn't
room
I
number?
just give a different room number? Because it was a picture of me, and what if they would
somebody else,
find
some other
me.
Russian tourist buys it and
then he'd
jerks
come
off
and
to it for
murder
10 years.
I love how you think he's gonna jerk off, and I think he's gonna kill me.
Oh no, I'm not saying he's jerking off to you, but
Oh,
a
okay,
monkey.
the monkey, all right, I get it, thanks.
Russians love to jerk off to pictures of monkeys.
Do they?
Your face will be blurred out, like Japanese porn
They
style.
would put a banana sticker over the top
Yes.
of my face.
I don't want that bitch in here when I'm trying to jerk off
I
to
don't
a
want
monkey.
this monster watching me while I'm jerking off this cute little thing.
Oh man, did you have a good Christmas, Kathleen?
I had a very nice Christmas. It was very low key,
Filled with love.
filled with love. I got a weighted blanket, which is fucking amazing.
That's kind of rude, isn't it?
A weighted blanket.
Well, I just thought it was a blanket for like plus
Fat
size.
people?
I thought it was you got a blanket from Reitman's.
I got a Reitman's queen. I got a Reitman's queen size.
Yes.
That's the funniest thing. A weighted blanket. You think it's a
Yes.
plus size blanket?
That's what I thought.
I'm
I
gonna
thought
start calling them
additional.
plus size blankets
You
just
should
for fun.
have a
Because
weighted
that's
blanket.
incredible. I got a plus size blanket for Christmas.
Why would you need a weighted blanket? Do you move a lot when you sleep?
I don't, but it's
You
like
need something to kind of choke you down a little bit?
it's nice. This is basically what I said. I'm not. I hate intimacy and cuddling and all this
Yeah.
shit. But this is like being cuddled without a human, and it feels good.
Really?
It's all
But
the
so you
cuddling
don't
I've
like-
ever needed, but I don't have to worry about.
Are there a lot of
Human.
girls that don't like that? That
I'm-
are like let's just fuck bi-weekly and we don't need to do all this touchy.
Well, just because I like to cuddle doesn't mean I don't need foreplay. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, the cuddling.
I mean,
so you like
afterwards. I'm not a
no,
afterwards.
no, who likes to do that?
Psychos.
A psychopath.
Like,
It's like,
it's
let's cuddle. Like,
weird.
why would I do that?
Wipe yourself off first.
Go get the weighted blanket and
Throw the weighted blanket on me. Yeah, I don't know.
but you had a good Christmas.
What did you
do? I just hung out with family, man.
What'd you get for Christmas?
I got this.
This.
It's a hoodie.
Very nice.
It's
Green.
a new hoodie, green, Under Armour.
you
That's
do
what I
love
wear sometimes.
hoodies.
I do like hoodies.
You're the hoodie king.
It's basically like a dress for fat guys. You know what I mean? It's a summer dress for fat dudes.
It's a moo for black.
Yeah, black dudes.
Oh.
Yo, what's up?
I
That's
say
my black guy impression. Yeah, you said black dudes. Yeah, it's a Freudian slip.
A total Freudian.
Usually, when she has black dick on her mouth, she can't talk. But this one was on her tongue, right on the tip of her
Right
tongue.
on the tip of her tongue. Did you see that video of Sue Johansson that I posted?
No, but what did she talk about?
It's the best. It's like this. The video starts with her like, no. You don't put the entire penis in your. She brings out a little dick. You don't put the entire penis in your mouth.
What are you,
No.
insane?
She's like, you're gonna gag on that for sure. So then she like tells him, she's like, this is the only part that you pay attention to. This is microphone's working good for. This is the just don't use. And then she says, and then you spit on it like a river of saliva. I'm like, you know what? I think
Like a river of saliva.
something like that.
Yeah.
It was a weird reference.
Did
But-
she spit or did she just explain?
No, she just showed.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But honest to God, Canadians are so fucking. We're probably really good in the bedroom because we had Sue Johansson telling us to give him. We were in grade 7.
Well, I think we're still bad at it despite her best efforts.
Well,
You know what I mean? But she has helped some people for sure.
I would, on the whole, think that Canadian women give the best blowjobs in the world.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think they're talking about that in the Czech Republic?
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of fucking Slovenian women going, man, I wish we could blow as good as Canadian women. There's no population of women are a lot more confident in themselves when they lead. They always talk about their self-esteem.
It's true,
like,
yeah.
oh, girls, I don't know if we're good enough. Yes, we are.
We're better than anyone.
But when it comes to blowjobs, women are like, fuck.
That's always the
We
thing.
would crush everybody in the world at blowjobs.
Every guy in the world though says, no, every girl in the world says, I give the best blowjobs. And then guys, but do they? What if a girl gives you a bad blowjob? Would you say something?
It's a simple enough task that anybody could say they're good at it.
It's
right?
a simple enough task.
You know what I mean? It's like if somebody told you, like, I'm the best driver.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
Most
I
people can
mean,
drive
once
well.
you get the hang of a wheel, you're basically doing it. We're all doing it, you know?
Once you get the hang of a dick, it's pretty
It's just,
self-explanatory.
exactly. The analogy isn't terrible.
What if you never had lessons of what to do with it?
And you just kind of punched it? You just
I
got
just-
start with a punch. What the fuck? No, well, because
No,
how
like, what if
how
you
does a
were,
girl learn to blow? I mean, it's
Yeah.
just kind of, you
like,
know,
I know girls think that is it.
the blow thing. Like,
I gave him a blowjob.
have you ever given like a terrible one? Where have you ever quit halfway?
No,
through?
I've never given a bad blowjob. No.
Have you ever quit halfway through? Have you ever been like, what
yes.
the fuck?
Yes, a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, sometimes I'm just like, I'm not gonna do this for 28 minutes.
idiot.
Yeah.
And then if he comes, he's done anyway.
he's done anyway.
Why would I want to do that? Then it's over. Then it's cuddle time.
Then it's cuddle
Time
time.
to put Kathleen's weighted blanket on.
That'd be
for
hilarious if
medicinal.
like I just roll over and had him put some weighted blanket on me and I go to sleep.
Good night. Love ya.
You know what? We're going all over the place, but I'm really high for some reason, like higher than normal,
Higher than
But-
normal.
because it's just things keep jumping in my head and then it reminds me of something.
Okay. What is the next thing?
Adam has sleep apnea.
Yahoo!
He's been diagnosed.
Thank God.
Oh,
finally.
my God. He said he snored 1,600 times a night, snored,
Yeah.
and he woke up 62 times.
Wow. Just to make sure you were okay.
Yes, to make sure my weighted blanket was still on top of me.
But yeah, 48
Yeah,
of
he's
those
just,
were
it's not sleep apnea.
out
He's
of love
just
for
worried
you.
about my comfort.
He's worried about his lover. Is she dead? No.
But that's the most exciting thing that has happened to me in a while because
Can't you just get a CPAP? Can't you? Why do you have to get diagnosed with sleep apnea to get a
because it's-
CPAP? I
so
guess
they
it's an
can make
insurance
money.
thing or
Yeah,
whatever. But
I don't know.
because I mean, it's the thing. It's the lead. You know, you're already diagnosed.
Yeah.
Whoever sleeps with you has diagnosed
A
you.
million times.
Yeah, they're like, hey,
But
you have sleep
ignored that
apnea.
diagnosis for years.
And you're like, and then a doctor says you have sleep apnea, and you're like, I better get on this.
No, it goes from I never do any of this. I suffer from sleep apnea.
Yeah. Well, did Adam ever say like, no, I don't?
He never. I don't know if he said no, I don't, but he's like, I don't want to talk about it. Like he did not want to talk about it ever. And I was just like, well, I do because I want to sleep. But
Well,
that's me being selfish.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and he could live. He'll live longer.
He will live
right?
longer.
I mean, he's not going to die in his resting sleep. He'll die in the kitchen like any chef.
We're doing what he loves.
I just want to die with a spatula in my hands, serving Greek meatballs to some tourists.
Do you want to die with a microphone in your hand?
No, not even. I don't want to fucking live with a microphone in my hand.
I can't believe only one comedian that I know of has died on stage. Like
Who?
literally died.
Somebody
there's
died?
that video of that guy from England that it's like he
Was he
slowly
old?
Dies. Yeah, he slowly dies in front of the crowd. Like, and
Was he
people-
having a good set, or was it
there's
a rough
a reason
late?
why people
It's
think
a
that it was
late,
like.
it's a late show Friday.
It was a very slow death, though. I remember. I wish I could remember the name of the comedian, but there is a comedian that has literally
and
died.
he talked his way to death.
He wasn't talking. I think it was. I don't know. He was like, maybe it was an alternative comedian. So like,
An alt comic.
every night
Everybody-
I pretend I
that's-
die on stage. That's Little Boy Blue.
Well,
Like-
that is the worst thing about being an alt comic, because everybody will just like, while you're dying on stage, they'll be like, "This is genius. This is so good. Don't you think this is good?"
What a
He's not
genius.
punching down. There's no victims in it. He's just
The
pretend
only
to.
victim is himself.
He's pretend dying, and I love it.
It
And
is
then they're
so
like,
creative.
oh no, he's dead.
Well, that's creative too.
That's so good though.
That's the biggest
when you
creative
think about
thing
it.
I've ever
That's
seen.
so good.
I love it.
I thought it was funny when I knew it was fake, and then when it wasn't fake, I was like, that's even better.
That's even smarter.
That's so
I
creative.
like how it's smart comedy, you know?
If he wasn't dead, I'd take him to a festival. He should
Yes.
be closing on that. That is
Let's-
Conan worthy.
That is, he should have been on
Man
Conan.
alt comic slowly
Slowly
dies on
dies.
stage.
I bet you if we Google all comic slowly dies on stage, there will be a video of an
Yeah.
all comic that has already thought of this and
Yes.
has already made it a joke.
Yes.
And then he's going to call the Dead Baby Bear podcast and go, stop
Hacks.
stealing my jokes.
You fucking hacks. Well, we did a New Year's Eve show
We
together.
did in Saskatoon.
And it wasn't even that bad. It was kind of a weird unicorn show.
Yeah, it was. Everyone was nice and
Usually
quiet.
New Year's Eve is usually like comedians don't like New Year's Eve because
Yeah.
it's all like, people that don't normally go to comedy.
Yeah.
And they're making noise and everybody's drunk and there's noisemakers and it's sort of supposed to be this celebration. So if
Yeah.
you do anything a little darker or weirder, the crowd's like, what the fuck?
But yeah, we were our regular selves and they loved
Yeah,
us.
they were fine. They were nice.
They were very nice. They were they were kind of those two ladies at the drunk ones were kind of shouting
Yeah.
stuff out at the beginning.
Yeah.
But then I talked to them a little bit and then I was like, okay, be quiet now. And then they started up again and I heard a guy at their table like, Jesus Christ. Like he had enough of telling his
Ladies,
wife
shut the fuck
to shut her mouth at a comedy show.
Yeah.
You're embarrassing yourselves, ladies.
Well, because men know that they're going down.
They're the ones, yeah, it's not
Yeah.
going to be the lady. They're going
No.
to be joked about how their husband has a small penis. Maybe that's
Right.
why you can't keep your mouth shut or something.
Yeah, the comedian is going to be like, what the fuck? Is that your wife, sir? Yeah. Like, holy shit. What's she like in the bedroom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
like-
it's more so you, though, because I would never talk to the husband.
no?
Well, because I can talk
Yeah,
to
you
women
can
hecklers.
directly talk to women.
You can't talk
That's
to
right.
women
No,
hecklers
no,
directly.
Of course not. No, not directly.
No.
You can indirectly
Through
shame
their husbands.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only way to get at them.
Yeah. But because you guys cannot. They cannot be rude to female hecklers, especially
Not
now.
really.
When I first started, it was like, no, you can't. It's hard to.
Yeah,
deal
you
with
could
them.
say somebody shut this bitch up and
Yeah.
everybody go, yeah. But now it's sort of like, hey.
But I can still say, shut this bitch up.
Yeah.
And I get away with it. And I just call her prettier than me. That's all I have to do. I'm like, she's prettier than me. Can I have the attention for a minute? Like,
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
I'm sure it's very hack, but
Because
it
then
works.
they're like,
I've
it's probably not
complimented
hack.
them.
I haven't heard that a million times or anything.
Oh, well, that's what I do all the time when it's a heckler lady. Unless she's visibly not prettier than me, and that happens.
Oh, that happens.
Oh, that happens. 2% of the time.
Even
but
at my advanced age.
Hey, you know what? My skin is better than it's ever been in its entire life.
What are you doing to it now?
I'm using The Ordinary.
The Ordinary.
Yeah, it sounds
What
like
is
a
that?
weird show on Netflix, but it's actually a skincare line.
Is it expensive?
No, that's the best part about it.
Where does it come from?
I think it's like Canadian. I think it's Toronto. I got mine in Toronto. You could order it on Sephora, but like their moisturizer is like $9 a bottle when most of the places are like $60 a bottle. And then they have this stuff called retinol, which is like a serum that burns off like some layers of your skin, and then you get
that's
perfect
fun.
skin under. It's working.
It burns
I've been
off
using
layers of your
it slowly, not right away.
Not forever.
just slowly over time.
Because most of the time when we think of skincare products, we think of scams, right?
Men
don't-
do.
Oh, really? But women do not. Women look at skincare products and say, this is working.
Yes.
I look significantly younger.
Do you not think I look good right now?
You do look good.
Oh, but my skin especially.
So do you recommend this cream to everybody? What about men?
Yeah, I recommend
Children,
it to any
pets?
man. Pets, no, not so much. They don't have skin; they have fur.
Yeah, but I mean, they like to keep that looking fresh.
Yeah, just brush it.
Brush your fucking
Brush
cat.
your fucking cat.
It's
No,
funny
it's
that we
great.
can talk about cat brushing while Iran strikes.
Oh no, you.
Iran strikes targets,
Jesus.
and Australia's on fire.
That's
All the koalas.
I'm really sad
What are
about
they
Australia
doing?
being on
Those
fire.
koalas.
It's awful. There's so many horrible pictures floating around Facebook, and I'm like, I want to be like, fuck you, don't post this shit. But no, I think they need to post this shit so that people realize. Like, there was a picture of a kangaroo burnt to a fence, and I bawled my eyes out and
kangaroo
donated
burnt to-
$50. That's like the most I could do. And then I felt awful. I'm like, $50. This is all I can do to
That's
help.
not even enough fucking money to get the kangaroo off the fence.
Yeah. But I did. At least I donated something. I don't have a ton of money. I had to do it.
I know. I saw like a koala running back into a fire, and I'm like, "Where's that fucking koala going?"
To get his baby.
Yeah, like koala. What the fuck are you doing? I mean, I want to help you, but help yourself, right? I mean, he ran into the fire, and I'm like, "What's that fucking?" I mean, they're dumber than us.
He's either going for his babies, or he's a guy that's trying to get laid, and then this girl's like,
firefighting koalas.
my cat.
Right.
So he has to run in and try and save this woman's
Firefighter.
cat.
Even firefighting koalas get more pussy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And don't make a chlamydia joke. We know they all have chlamydia. Or what is it?
Do they?
What, they have some sort of disease.
Don't make that old hacky koala bear STI joke.
You don't know. What do they have? It's a gonorrhea? They got a chlamydia?
They all have it?
They have something.
You're just born with it? Holy shit. That's a weird STI.
What STI do koalas have?
Here's what I found.
Chlamydia!
They all have chlamydia. Okay.
What the heck is up with so many koalas? Maybe that have chlamydia. Maybe this is just the Lord's way of getting rid of chlamydia. I don't know. Like,
you mean the fires?
look at these little cuties. Yeah, the fires.
Why the
Maybe
heck does so many koalas have
chlamydia?
I wouldn't even be testing
One of the
them.
leading killers of Australia's endangering koalas is the debilitating bacterial infection chlamydia.
Maybe he was running back into the fire to get rid of chlamydia.
Burn it out of me, Jesus.
Burn it!
Burn it out!
God damn it!
Burn it out of me,
Get
Jesus.
rid of it!
Just like a televangelist koala.
Yeah.
Burn it out of us.
Get this dick beast off me.
Piss myself.
Get this dick beast out of me. Yeah, I mean, you'd be confused if you were a koala with chlamydia. You know what I mean? Because you're a little chlamydia bear running around,
Chlamydia
fucking
bear.
running
Like a Care Bear,
running
but,
back.
but it doesn't spray love.
No.
It sprays bacteria.
It spreads itch.
Pussy juice.
Hey, do you want the itch? Well, I'll give you an itch, all right.
Oh my sweet Jesus.
That's what koalas call it, is the itch.
The itch. We don't call it no funny science name. We just call it what it is. The itch.
What does it make you do with your hands? Scratch it. Okay, we'll call it scratch 'em.
Scratch. You got the scratchies?
You got the scratch 'em? Oh my God.
I got a bad case of the scratchies.
What does it make your hands do? No, koala bears, those little monkeys running back into fires to burn chlamydia off.
I never thought my biggest laugh of this of anything on our episodes would be about the Australian wildfires.
Yeah, and
Oh,
koalas.
and koalas.
I mean, really, you made the joke because you're the one that was like, and don't tell your stupid hacky joke about koalas with chlamydia. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I've done maybe, I don't know, 30,000
You've
stand-up
never
comedy
heard
shows.
that?
Never heard a comedian go, what the fuck is? I mean, this
there
this
is
bitch has more STIs than a koala bear. I've never heard that tag.
Okay, I'm using that the next time I have a female heckler. Oh my God.
This bitch has had more pelvic itch than a koala in a bushfire. You know, a koala trapped by a wall of flames. The chlamydia is gone, but so's my life. That's too bad.
Oh my God.
How many of them are dead? I mean, so Iran is doing weird stuff.
Yeah,
they just rocket attacked something.
They rocket attack back?
Yeah, they rocket attack back.
That sounds like an Elton John song.
Rocket attack back. Yeah, they hit a target in Iraq or something.
Oh no, wait, the Iraqs did or the
The Iran did.
Iran
But
did?
the target
What?
was in Iraq.
Oh, not in America.
No, I don't think they'd go that far. They wouldn't. They'll tiptoe around. You know.
Do you think there'll be a World War III?
No, I don't think so, because Iran needs sanctions lifted. Their economy's kind of crippled, so they'll have to do something diplomatically with America, probably, I would assume, to get those sanctions lifted. And Trump, politically, he doesn't want Iran
Yeah, but he
to be
wants
threatening him.
he
It's
wants-
not good for him politically to have, Americans dying during a re-election campaign.
but he wants to talk about war. Because
Yeah, yeah.
No, but this is what they do.
Yeah, he does.
With every single president that's been in trouble, they start a war. They start talking about a war. I was like, I'm learning how to save money via audiobook.
Yeah.
And there was this whole thing about how Like the economy will always like go up after a war problem. So they make wars.
Yeah.
They're just
It's fun.
fucking with us.
I mean, as long as poor people are dying, right?
Exactly. You know.
Keep those poor motherfuckers fighting and dying.
Yeah. And
then pretend. Well, because the thing is, like, you know, they killed Soleimani, but they could have killed him 10 years ago.
They just
He's been that guy doing that stuff for 20 years.
Yeah.
So it's just the timing of it. It's like, we got rid of this bad guy. Never heard of him.
Well, it's also like, no, the Americans like, what's going on? If it was remember Bin Laden, that was a name. Like, everybody knew. As soon as Bin Laden was murdered, it was like, holy shit. But, like, nobody knew who this guy, well, most people wouldn't have known who this guy was, so they'd, like, they should have done, like, one of those Saudi princes or something, someone famous.
Think about that. Think about, like, inside Osama bin Laden's camp during 9/11. There must have been people that were like, he's an idiot.
Yeah.
Bin Laden's a fucking moron. He's never going to pull this off.
Yeah.
You know, there had to be skeptics in that circle that were like, he
Yeah.
talks a load of shit, Bin Laden. And then all of a sudden, like, the World Trade Centers come down, and they're like, holy fuck, okay, I guess he did it.
Oh, my God.
Benny did it.
Benny did it. He set a goal, and he achieved it.
He finally did something with his fucking life.
We thought he was just going to be some spoiled rich kid his entire
Death to
life.
America. Yeah. What are you going to pay your own bills? When are you going to move out of your fucking basement, Osama? You've been living with your mother for 28 years, you fucking lowlife. Death to America. Fuck off, you moron. And then, look what I did, Dad. Like, holy shit.
And this is why you pay attention to your children.
Yes.
This
Because
is
they'll
why.
knock down a couple of fucking
Buildings
buildings
and kill
to
a couple
show you
thousand.
what's up, Dad.
I can do something.
It was basically Bin Laden just
God.
getting back at his old dad, you know?
Really?
I don't know
the stories.
I don't know the story. I just made that up.
Okay. I got out of the joke.
I'm pretty
for a minute,
sure
and I
Bin
thought we were being
Laden was
factual.
already rich and
Yeah, he
living
was-
on his own since
he was very rich.
14. 96 wives or whatever.
Would you go to war if they made you?
Yes.
Or would you make up
To
some lie?
protect America.
Oh, yeah, America. That's
The
right.
neighbor I love.
The neighbor we all love.
My favorite neighbor. No, I
best
don't know.
neighbor.
I wouldn't. No. Why would I do that? I wouldn't even let my kids do it.
This is why it's not going to work, because, like, in World War II, my grandpa lied about his age because he wanted to serve his country. When he was 17, he wouldn't be... There's not a lot of people that are like, oh, please, let me be the human shield that we've seen that our parents and grandparents have been.
And it's really tough for us to even grasp what war is because it's never happened here.
Yeah.
Right?
We have no idea
like,
what it's like.
Even if you know, like, every war we know of is somebody else's territory being destroyed.
Yeah.
Like, if war was happening in Canada, we'd just be, or if there was constant sort of turmoil and rockets falling around here and shit, like, our lives would be vastly different. Like, we live in such a crazy, peaceful time that we can sit around and talk about little tiny fucking pronouns.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's how comfortable we are that we
have
can
to
sit around and bitch about the
that.
tiniest little things. Like,
This is a very good point of view.
This person said the wrong thing about you.
Yeah, let's worry about this.
That's not what you are. You're some, you know,
You're
like, and I'm
right.
not saying there's anything wrong with that.
No,
Like,
but it is it's annoying sometimes when people get
but
so
it's
angry.
sort of like
for
that's how
petty little things.
that's how comfortable we are.
Yeah, but
Is
that's
that
what
we
we're.
can. These are the things we can worry about.
Yeah.
You know, like if you were at a comedy show and somebody said something that you were like, I don't know if I agree with that point of view, and then you heard, bzzz, and it was a fucking rocket attack.
Yeah.
3 miles from where you were, you'd be like, oh, why am I shouldn't worry about that joke
I should worry
anymore.
about living.
I should worry about what that bomb hit because
Yeah.
that's around where my house is.
Yes.
You know, like that's what you'd be worried about. But we sit around, we're like, I don't know, my hot tub should be bigger.
Oh, it's true. We're such self-serving brats. We are. We're selfish and we're spoiled. It's
Not us.
Not us. I mean,
We're different.
We're poor and bitter.
We don't have enough money to be bad people.
We don't have enough money to be bad people.
Isn't that nice?
Even the worst poor person is still a good guy.
Yeah, well, because he's got some perspective, right?
Yeah. That's true. That's like, oh my God, did you see the Golden Globes, the Ricky Gervais thing?
I didn't see it. I heard
thought
a
it was
million
good.
things about it.
A lot of people, some people, it was too much, but my favorite part was how he was just like, you guys are not in touch with the real world. Like, please don't make this a political statement when you get up here. And of course, they all still did. They all went up and like Joaquin Phoenix rambled on about maybe we shouldn't be taking our jets everywhere, guys. Maybe like literally said that. I used to love those award shows when I was a little girl. Oh my God. Like I was like, one day I'm going to get like all this shit. But now you watch these awful awards shows and you're just like self-serving millionaires being like trying to set an example, but more it's just like we're all watching this and being the stupidest people alive. Watching this and being like cheering for somebody, some millionaire to win another award. Like, and it was... But Ricky Gervais thing was good.
But I mean, pretty much anybody that we pay attention to is rich.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, if you can think of a famous YouTuber,
I think I just want some attention.
Yeah, so like, if I was Hollywood, I'd be like, well, at least I have a skill. Like, I'm an actor.
Yeah,
I can portray something in a film.
Yeah.
There's a ton of rich people who haven't earned any of their money.
Yeah.
And the people who came to Hollywood came from small towns and had to compete like a dog to get to where they were.
Yeah, but like you lose a lot of perspective
Of
when
course.
that was 35
Yeah.
years ago and you've lived in a mansion for
30
of those 35 years. But like, yeah, it was a little bit like as soon as they started getting up and making announcements about stuff, I was just like, just say thank you and leave. Like, or be funny. If you're funny, I love it. Like, there's that.
I give actors credit though, like because they, if you look at athletes, another group of like vastly wealthy people, they're almost all conservative. Almost all of them are conservative because all they care about is their tax bill at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So like if you look at the Hollywood elites, at least they're left.
Yeah.
Like they're like, okay, I'll pay a little bit more in taxes.
Yeah.
Because they're going to get hit really hard.
Yeah.
By that, right? So, but they're like, I'll pay a little more in taxes, but I'm still, a Democrat. I still care about other people.
That's true.
So I give them a little bit more credit than like what Ricky would. But there was one thing I heard he did that was really funny, where he was like, we were going to do an in memoriam piece, but it wasn't diverse enough.
It was so funny. It was
so
that was another thing. And the best part was like literally the director of the Golden
People
Globes,
must have been laughing at that.
Well, some of them were, but you could visibly see some people in the crowd be like, fuck you, dude. Who's that white dude with the white hair that was sitting like a penguin and just like, I think it was in charge of Apple
Could have been
TV
Scorsese or something maybe.
It wasn't an actor or director. It was some CEO of Netflix or whatever. I don't know. But it was good. But when he did that diversity joke, the director like literally cut to the entire audience and it was a sea of white. Like it was just white people. Because I think like a few years ago there was a lot of like diversity and I think they're just like, okay, is that enough diversity? Can we have our own show back, please?
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's what they were doing this year because it was.
Well, yeah, the problem used to be ageism.
Yeah.
Right. And that now it's, sort of
because
like,
a lot of older women are still acting and still very successful. Like it's like Meryl Streep has kept a career. Like that was always the thing about being an actress is like once you hit 40, they're never going to call you again. But there's more older actors.
I mean, things have taken a great turn for them, right? Yeah. Like culturally, we've taken a step as far as like, okay, we've heard enough stories about guys, you know. So now, whenever you're making like an all-female cast, there's got to be an old bitch.
Yeah, we got to now.
There's got to be an old bitch in the crew.
We got to diversify our diversity.
Yeah,
our diversity needs some diversity.
And then we got to have a black girl. Let's put a black girl and an old white chick. And then the other ones can be hot.
They're all hot, Sean. They're all hot.
They're beautiful.
They're all beautiful,
so beautiful,
independent women.
Yeah. I mean, I made it sound like there's no hot black chicks, which is insane.
That is insane.
There are millions of hot black chicks.
There are more hot black chicks than there are hot white chicks.
Like the most stunning people on earth are black women.
I believe you're right.
Like when you look at like the most striking human form you can see is like a very black woman,
and they're the most
and you're
beautiful.
Like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, it's just like if you came from an alien planet and saw that, you'd be like, these are the most amazing animals running around Earth.
And then they see us.
And they're like, ugh.
What happened to those animals?
How the fuck did a heat vent turn into that? 4 billion years ago, these were just heat vents. And now look at her. Just some fat me in
Oh
Kingsway
my
Garden Mall at
God.
Edition L trying on blouses. Does this look okay on my back? Does this make my back look fat? No, your back always looks skinny.
Your back, everything about you skinny.
Except her back. Yeah, can you imagine that? Just all back fat, six pack with back fat. I'm really doing okay up front, but it's my back that I have no control of. Is there any?
What if it was just like a perfect woman on the front, and then she turns and her whole back is just like fat?
I'm working on my inverse crunches. I just arch my back up. I'm trying to get a six pack on my spine.
Those are called hunches.
Hunches and crunches.
Hunches.
I got a hunch for a crunch. Koalas with chlamydia. That I did not know. So
I
we're
can't
learning.
believe you didn't know that.
How would I know?
It's always like, maybe you're not online enough reading
Probably
article upon article. But yeah, I've known this for a long time that koalas have chlamydia.
And people share sexual stuff with you.
Oh, yeah. But I'm in the
Yeah.
know of all the chlamydia outbreaks all over the world and what species has them.
It's the sort of thing that somebody'd share on your Facebook
It is
wall.
true,
Like,
yeah,
check
yeah.
it out, Kathleen. You're not the only one with chlamydia.
I love when people like will joke, but I'm like, I don't even know you. I don't even know who you are, and you're joking away on my.
I know on my chlamydia routine. No, I mean, they can't get rid of it. That's the worst part, right?
Chlamydia?
Koalas.
Koalas, they can't get rid of chlamydia?
How can they? They don't have a drug plan. You can't just get rid of it. Isn't that forever? If untreated?
Maybe I've been untreated.
I mean, koalas
maybe that's
have
why
great
it's going
diets.
everywhere. It's
But
not
have
like
you
someone's
ever
not figuring-
been to Australia?
No, I've always wanted to go.
Yeah, because the fires are always weird because you're like, there's a fire, yeah, whatever. And then you start to see images, and then there's such awesome animals dying
Yeah.
that you're like, holy fuck, this is worse than most fires. Like when Fort McMurray was on fire, there was no koalas and kangaroos.
There were deer. And
There were deer, and then you're like, oh my God, we got to save that oil refinery. You know what I mean? Like, get your hoses, everybody. We can't let Shell lose $1 million this quarter.
Was it in danger of being burnt?
No, but like nobody. There wasn't like a humanitarian outcry with the Fort McMurray fire. Like locally, there was. Like families were displaced, and so. But I mean, internationally, like you'd have to think if you lived anywhere else but
nobody
Alberta,
cared.
they'd be like Fort McMurray on fire. Like,
Well,
how did that? Oil? Was it oil or something?
Well, do you know how long these fires have been burning for?
Months, isn't it?
Since November, they've been talking about them.
Jesus Christ.
So it's been like, maybe even earlier, but because it's summer there and it's so fucking hot and they can't get control and no rain or anything. But that's fucking, I mean, I feel so bad because I'm just like, I'm so upset by the animals. And then they're like, 23 people have died. I'm like, okay, but I really feel bad about the millions of animals. It's a billion. A billion
Is
animals?
it a billion dead? A billion?
Oh my God,
yeah, but they're
that's so
including the
upsetting.
ants and stuff.
No, they're not.
They aren't?
Oh my God. How do
Okay.
you count every ant, Sean? Please.
Some of them are wearing tracking
It'd be
devices.
at least 1 trillion if the ants were included.
An ant tracking device. We just want to see where this fucker goes.
The koalas are all dead. But what about the ants?
Where are they?
Where are the ants?
Not all of them can fly. Only the cute ones.
Isn't that so sad though?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me so upset.
Yeah, some of those I was like, what am I watching this for? This is
I know,
awful, like
I
burning.
know. Or when they're pouring water on the burnt koalas and they're crying. I'm going to cry right now. Like when the koalas are crying.
Are they crying?
Yes, I saw this one where they were pouring water on this poor koala and he was like, ah. I was like, oh
Oh my God.
it's so awful.
Yikes.
It's so, and we are worried about the stupidest things and all these animals are burning.
Yeah.
Ugh, I hate humans. We're awful. We're awful.
23 humans dead. A billion animals, but
Yeah.
you get the gist.
But 23 human lives. Not that those lives weren't valuable.
and
I just think it
17
sounds like such a bitch,
garages.
but-
Yeah.
17.
No,
Human
human
lives
lives
do
matter.
matter. That's true.
That's racist.
That's awful.
Is it?
We're going to get in a
Human
lot of
life?
trouble for that.
You are going to get in trouble.
No,
I'm not.
not you.
You think the people I hang out with give a fuck about that?
Let's just make it clear that Jim, our producer, was the one that said that.
Human
We
lives
just repeated
matter.
what he said in our ears. Please.
I
But
don't
we
think
could
it's
use
that
a
offensive.
scandal. Honest to God, I think if we got a scandal, people would
I
listen
think
to
it's
us.
going to be you. I think you're the one that's going to lose it.
Get a
And
scandal?
yeah, and say something racist.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm
And
not.
people are going to be like, what the fuck is that podcast? No, sometimes notoriety is a bad thing because you think, oh, we just need one thing to happen and then people will start listening.
Yeah.
And then that thing happens and you're like, here we go. And then people start to watch and then the reviews are like, this is garbage.
Yeah.
Like it's just 100,000 people. Like you finally get the attention of a bunch of ears that you didn't have access to. And 93% of them are like, this is the worst thing I've ever fucking heard.
I've had people message me say they like it.
Oh, really? Yeah, I mean, I've had some people say it's pretty funny.
It is pretty funny. It's my best week of the day or day of the week.
It's my best week of the day. I mean, some koalas have chlamydia. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, koalas and chlamydia.
Well, Australian bushfires, that's a tough topic.
Yeah, that is a tough topic. It's sad.
So you donate, but I mean, here's what I'd like to stick with. You donated $50. That's pretty good of you because you're not rich. You don't have a lot of money. You have nothing.
They caught me at a good time because otherwise I would not.
I mean, financially, you're a burnt koala.
I am a burnt koala financially, which is why I'm listening to this new audiobook. Well, it's a book, but I'm listening to it instead of reading it.
Yeah, because why would you want to use your eyes?
I hate using my eyes.
I hate it when my retinas move. Like,
listen, I had to get glasses this year. My eyes are dying. I'm not going to use them if I don't have to.
Exactly.
Or my brain. No, I had to use my brain to listen, I guess. But
hey, is your brain involved in listening, or is it just straight ears to heart?
Ears to heart.
Does it go ears to heart, or does your brain have to process words?
Oh my god.
Oh boy. Anatomy's not her strong suit.
I know anatomy is not.
No, I think I would have said the same thing. So what's the audiobook?
It's called Start Late, Finish Rich. Basically, the best thing that I've learned from it is to put $10 every day into your RSP.
Really?
Every day. Because it doesn't feel like you're putting away $70 a week. It just feels, I'm just putting away, I'm not going to get a coffee today.
But then you have to actively do that.
Yeah, I have it's easy. I just do it on my phone. And I found this new app. This is the one ad that Instagram actually nailed it on, because usually you get ads about stupid stuff, and I'm like, hopefully this is not a stupid thing, but it's called Milo, and it's you attach your bank account to it, which this could be a scam, and I'm about to lose all my tens of dollars.
They call it Guaylo in Asia.
But it was on Dragon's Den. But literally, so you attach your account, and then you set a goal of what you want to save for. And then, so every time you spend $3.25, it takes 75 cents from your account. It rounds up to the dollar and puts it into here. And then you explain what you want to do with your money, and they invest it in things for you.
What? That's
I
cool.
don't know if it costs anything. I can't figure that out because they haven't asked for my credit card yet.
Yeah, they haven't brought you the pictures of you with a monkey yet.
No, they have not brought, but I just so it's just brown. It takes your money. You don't even notice it. I don't know. I need help. I'm such a bad saver. So I've set my goals, and I'm going to do it. That's I guess that'd be my New Year's resolution, is to figure out my fucking money. But I don't like to call New Year's resolutions because I'll always fuck them up.
Yeah, it's tricky when you're like, okay, well, how much of my financial problems are based on the fact that I don't make enough revenue?
Yeah.
And how much of it is based on me being bad with money?
I have to be an idiot. There's no fucking way that two adults that both make a decent amount of money every month, I make enough that if I had an office job, I'd probably make the same amount doing comedy now. I feel. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But and Adam's got a good job. But we are always broke. And I'm like, how the fuck? We don't have kids. Our rent isn't crazy.
You guys don't even have cable.
We have cable, stupidly. That's probably why we don't have money. I don't want it.
Fuck, you blame cable.
It's all cable.
Fuck, we had to get cable for Adam's Sportings.
Adam doesn't
Sporting
even like
Visions.
Sports. Adam doesn't even
he doesn't like sports?
He's not into sports. But I just we should be fine.
Yeah.
We should be having a great time going on trips every year for fun, but we are not.
I wonder how that works. If you just kind of I don't know, what do you do with
just spend money on stupid stuff? We spend money, we'll go drinking one night and spend way too much money. It's just awful. That's the worst. Sometimes we'll be ahead, and then we're both we haven't had a night out, and then we're behind again.
Yeah. Well, but then the thing is, here's the thing. What if you what if you were you're hey, we're doing good right now.
Yeah.
We would love to go out and celebrate and get drunk, but instead, let's just stay in and do nothing.
Yeah.
Like, it's so hard to do that, right?
It's hard.
That's the hardest part
But I
of
think
life.
this is good because like I see numbers growing and then I get excited. I'm like, oh, it keeps getting bigger. And then I'm excited about watching my money get bigger. So I'm going to be like, I'm not going to buy anything now.
Until I get my big RRSP withdrawal.
I this year had to like close
Until
out an
my
RSP.
huge 2023 RRSP withdrawal. Take out every single one of those 10s and then they withhold 20%. I've had to do RRSP withdrawals before. That's it's sort of like, oh my god,
so much fucking. I got mad, but I was like, well, we need to pay our condos
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, I had to do that one time when I
Yeah.
was like, this is the exact opposite of what you're supposed to be doing in
Yeah.
life.
Oh,
Is
I know.
taking money out of your retirement.
Oh, it's such a bad thing. Well, that's why they probably make such high fees and stuff about it because you're like, hey, you're a fucking idiot, but here you go.
You need it?
You need it?
We're
Well,
gonna keep some of it.
It's gonna
Like,
cost you $100 if
and
you
you're
need
like,
it.
well, I don't want you to keep any of it. And
Yeah,
they're like,
don't
well,
keep
then
any
you
of
don't
it.
get any of it. And
That's
then you're
so
like,
rude.
but I need it. So there you go. That's life.
That's banks.
oh,
Banks
wow.
for you. No.
What is this? This is called the Big Spin.
That one is called the Big Spin. I didn't buy a $20, $30 one because, like, that's
Come
that's
on.
big. I do have a lottery ticket for the 17 million.
I have it too. Isn't it 70?
70. Yeah, you're right.
70.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't you give money to in that scenario? Right?
I know.
It's
I was
70
like,
million,
yeah,
right?
That's so many of my friends would be rich too.
This would if I
I'd pay
won
off so
70
many
if I won
mortgages.
$70 million, this would be the hardest thing I did all week every week.
Oh yeah,
Is
this
this
would become a
podcast.
chore.
Yeah, I'd be
This
like,
would
oh
become
fuck.
a chore.
I got to do that goddamn podcast.
I said I would, and I'm a
I
man of my
told her
$1 million
I'd do it,
word.
and I didn't give her any of the
I didn't give her
70
any
million.
money, so I guess I better help her along in some way.
I mean, the biggest problem you would have with $70 million is dealing in your life with the people who you didn't give money to. Right? Because pretty much everybody in your life would expect something. Like
yeah.
something.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
I don't know if everyone would expect something.
I think a
Like,
lot of
close
people
family
would.
would,
Family
like-
would, but even friends. Like a lot of friends would be like,
Yeah.
she won $70 million and she couldn't even kick me $100,000.
But if you had $70 million, you could almost kick everyone $100,000. Like I would do a lot of giving away. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
I'd
You
pay off
probably
so
would.
many mortgages. You know how much fun it would be to pay off mortgages of your friends
And then you'd
family?
be like, I'm no longer taking this skincare product.
Yeah.
Because who gives a fuck what I look like?
Hey, I can look whatever the fuck
I'm
I
worth
wanna look
70
like.
million, bitch.
I have this new Dyson suit that sucks my wrinkles out of my body.
We haven't figured out the back yet.
My back
Everything's
is
still
horrifying. There's a cartoon about that. Like some woman is squeezed in, her skin is squeezed in. Like her
really?
back looks horrifying. It's like in, like,
Her
The
back
Simpsons.
looks horrifying.
It's in like the Simpsons.
Oh, I
or
know what you
something.
mean.
It's a
Yeah,
joke.
yeah. Do you have like a nickel or a thingy?
I only have my gigantic nails.
Your own gigantic
What about
nails.
this thing? There was one on the table. What'd you do with it? It's
I know.
right
What
there.
did I fucking do with it? There it
He's
is.
so fidgety.
This isn't it.
Ew.
That's a koala's blood test. What the fuck is that? I think I just every time I get a
Did you put it
nickel,
in
I
your pocket?
automatically put it in my pocket.
You thief! You
I
nickel
am-
and diamond.
I'm a-
Poor Jim. He's
I'm doing the same thing as you with your RSPs.
yeah, you're just
I'm on a lo-fi
you're throwing
Milo.
out nickels. Here, we'll use this. This is hilarious. This is the hardest part of our podcast is finding a way
This
to
is
scratch
easy.
this.
Okay, so the numbers we're looking to match are 15, 31, 28, 40, and 26.
That sounds exciting. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna win.
I
I would love to win a millionaire's money. But you know what else is like crazy? There's all these millionaires. Why aren't more of them just walking around handing out money, being cool?
Hey, you're rich. Be cool about it.
Yeah, you're rich. Be cool about it. Wouldn't that like be odd? Like if you're this,
Well-
if you have billions of dollars, wouldn't it be nice to just walk around and hand out $10,000 to people on the streets that are like in a severe depression, which is
Hello.
everybody that's not rich, and just
Everybody who isn't rich
help
is
them out a little.
just fucking super depressed.
Yeah.
Well, do you think if you were rich, you could get off of like all antidepressants? You know what I mean? Like you don't need any antidepressants anymore
Or I could
because
just
you're
buy better drugs.
so rich.
Yeah, I mean, money doesn't buy happiness. The fuck it doesn't. It
Yo,
totally
fuck.
buys happiness. It would make you stressed out because of like all the people asking for it. But
Yeah, you would just the stresses in your life would be like,
completely
you,
different.
hey, that
Can't
that
be
fireplace. We paid $80,000 for that fucking fireplace, and it's not centered.
It's not centered properly.
And the guy won't come back. And you'd be complaining about that at a fucking elk barbecue.
Actually, you know what's fun about this? I have
What?
an app now that you can scan the tickets. We don't even have to look.
Oh, no. We got to look.
Oh, okay, well,
We
that's a
gotta
lot of
scratch it.
scratching.
But it's
I
worth
can
it.
check it here.
It's worth it.
Okay. Yeah,
I don't
no.
think we should take this bionic yet.
What would you... It's too high tech for this podcast.
Yeah.
What would you do if you won $70 million besides give me a lot of it? Like, share it with... I'm not saying...
Well, I
50-50,
mean,
but I'm like,
I would do the same thing anybody would do. I would
I'd
just
probably
like
give
travel.
you $5 million.
Oh, really?
I think that's a good amount to
That
give
is
you.
out of 70, yes.
Out of all my friends, you and Jana would get 5. Everyone else would get probably about 1.
I'd give you 5.
I'd give my brother like 10.
Yeah, he would earn the 10.
Yeah. And then Adam's siblings. He's got more siblings. They might not quite get 10.
Sorry. Oh yeah, you could really fuck with people, right?
Yeah.
I could be like, I'm giving my brother $180,000 and my sister $179,000, and just make them go, What? The fuck?
Oh my god, that would be so
Like-
funny just to fuck with people. How much did he give you?
But I mean, I don't know why this reminds me of it, but I remember when I worked for Yuck Yucks, they would this was when I first started working for them.
Yeah.
Many years ago, and they would do the stupidest things on the gig sheet. Like they would be like, yes, you do 25 minutes and you do 27, or like they would just do these little stupid things to be like, you're more important, you're less important.
Was this the same as like calling people AAA headliners and
Yeah,
AA?
it was like
like
AAA,
it was
double
a hockey.
A, yeah, like it was some stupid fucking hockey team.
That I still love meeting comics that are like, hi, I am a AAA headliner. I'm like, well, what is that now? That's nothing now.
Well, that's the minors.
That's the minors. All right. 15, 31, 28, 40, 26. I feel
Jesus Christ.
like this might not. Maybe you should only buy these things because everyone I buy, we lose. Well, no, we lost on your $30 one.
Yeah, we lose plenty on mine too.
Fuck this. I don't think we won, but let me use my handy dandy.
Barcode machine. Oh, see, this is good because now we get to make it official.
Yeah, because like before it was like maybe our feeble
Maybe we
eyes
won,
fucked
I
it
don't
up. We can't
know.
tell. We don't know how to put
I
numbers
got koala
together.
bushfire eyes.
I might have ADD. I'm going to an adult ADD clinic next Wednesday.
Well, I wouldn't want you to go to a juvenile one. You just fucking, here, Kathleen, throw this ball back at me.
Appears to be a
I don't want to.
non-winning ticket. Now we can
Appears to be a
confidently
not-
throw
we can
this
throw
piece of shit away.
right in the fucking trash.
Yeah, I'm going to.
So you're going to an ADHD clinic.
Yeah, for adults.
What drugs did they put you on? What kind of medley?
I don't know, but I don't know. I just wanted to find out if I have it. I feel like I'm a little bit dyslexic too. I've always felt
Like
a
you
little
reading
bit.
backwards? Is that
Yeah,
even
look,
for
mildly.
audiobooks? You hear it
I
backwards?
hear the
Like,
audiobooks backwards.
Exactly.
Exactly. I'm ear dyslexic.
Yes.
I just hear people talking backwards all the
I'm
time.
so dyslexic I even hear backwards.
I feel like I'm talking backwards myself.
I don't want to clean my room. What? How do you hear it? Oh well.
Oh my god.
So you could, but they could put you on some drugs that would make you feel
Yeah.
better.
Sure,
And
I guess.
Focus on things.
Focus on things. Focus.
I don't know. That would make the podcast worse
It would probably
because
make
you'd be like, another thing about koalas.
focus.
Your
hard
level
on-
of focus would be, forget bouncing all over the place with ideas. You'd be like, yeah, whatever. I donated $50 to the koalas and I want them to be saved. I want them to be saved too. A billion animals?
Yes. What did you
Oh
donate?
my God. Let me just,
Nothing.
not a thing. My time and my heart.
Like
It went
that-
right from my eyes to
And
my
your
heart.
views on their YouTube channels. I
don't know if anybody's
Maybe they
making
get
money
money
off
off
of that,
that.
but it was, they didn't look monetized. Like an
No.
ad playing on the bottom of a fucking burnt koala running back into a fire to get his chlamydia medication.
Those Sarah McLachlan commercials are taking a back seat though now.
Oh, are they really?
Well, people are donating to the koalas, not the poor puppies that need adopting.
Oh.
In the arms of the angel.
Far away.
It's so awful. Like,
I don't know.
I don't
Yeah,
need to
but
see
you're
the
right. I mean,
suffering.
animal death hurts my feelings more than human death.
oh, it's just awful.
I don't know why, because we're the
Because
only ones that
humans-
know we're dying.
I know. I
So
guess
that the human death was more horrifying, right?
How do you
the
know
human
that animals don't know they're dying?
I'm burning, I'm dead.
I know that animals don't know they're dying.
Well, they just think, fuck, is this hot? And then they're gone. They don't
Oh
know
my
they're
God.
dying. They don't know about death.
This is just melting my skin. Is this dying? They know what death is.
Koalas don't know what death is. They're just like, why is my mom such a skeleton? You know what I mean? They don't fucking understand death. And they just run into a fire and they're like, God damn it, is this fucking shit hot?
I think you're not giving koalas enough credit.
I'm giving koalas too much credit.
Too much credit. I just want the koalas to be okay.
Yeah, get rid
but
of the
it's not
itch.
just the koalas. It's
No.
the kangaroos,
Oh my God.
the kookaburras,
They
the
have
platypuses.
They have the coolest
platypi.
animals in Australia.
Platypi are in trouble.
Yeah,
They
like I
were,
mean,
like-
the Australia burning is so much sadder than Canada burning. Canada burning would just be like, oh no, the Wolverine.
Yeah, the Wolverine's
like,
warming
"Oh,
himself by the
fuck."
fire. The
Like,
Wolverine.
oh no, the warthog. He's gone. His habitat's gone.
Oh,
and you're
no.
like fucking sick.
Oh no, the majestic
Australia-
Canadian goose.
Oh my God, they're burning. You'd be like, that's kind of nice.
Thank God we
Thank
hate
God
those
they're
things.
burning.
We
Fuck
hate
off.
those things. They're mean. They hiss at you. They're awful. They're
Canada
not
burning would
polite
be
Canadians
Canada
at
burning
all.
would be way less sad.
It would be. Well, I don't know if we'd burn. Well, no, we have burned, but like
Not to a crisp.
not to a crisp. Poor Australia. Oh my God.
Oh well, we'll save the koalas
We
one
will.
day.
Together, we will save the koalas.
Thanks for being on the podcast, Kathleen.
Thanks for being on the podcast.
Thanks for being a guest every time.
Thank you for being. You're my favorite guest. My favorite.
You're
weekly
my
guest.
favorite guest. We're both just co-guests.
Thanks for guesting on this with me.
It's so weird that you're the guest every week.
the reoccurring guest.
It's so great.
Oh, I'm not gonna be here when Myrog's here. By the way,
Oh no, where are you going?
Prince
Puerto
George.
Vallarta.
Prince
Prince George, what are you doing?
Oh, comedy.
Oh God.
But I'd rather be here doing the podcast with
Comedy.
Myrog.
I know, that'd be the worst.
We'll figure it out. But you guys might have to do one without me, and I'll be really sad. But
That'd
whatever.
be sad. No, we couldn't do that.
Why not?
Because then it's not our podcast.
That's true. Yeah, Paul would never replace me.
No. It has to be the two of us or it's none of us.
Two of us or none of us.
That's what guests stick together.
Guests stick together. That's our 2020 message. It's just us or none of you.
Podcast co-guests stick together.
Podcast co-guests stick together. Hey, why don't we do that? Why don't we make a shirt that says co-guest on it and sell
Yeah,
it?
co-guest.
We gotta monetize this motherfucker.
We gotta
this year.
get
That's
this
what's about
puppy
to
off the
happen.
ground.
Get it off the ground.
I want to get those RSPs up to $11 a day.
I am putting $10 a day on an RSP. You think I can do that on this free podcast?
Never. Oh, well. Well, thanks for listening. Thanks for being a part of it.
Yeah, thanks for.
It's over, right? Why am I always the one that wraps it up and
You
then
just keep
people kind of
going.
go...
You keep going.
I don't keep going.
You're
You
go-
keep going.
You keep going.
Maybe I stop and you keep going.
Maybe you keep going.
No, you hang up.
No, you hang up.
No, you hang up the podcast.
No, you hang up the
No,
podcast.
you hang up the podcast.
Okay, well, hang up together.
Okay, we'll both hang up the podcast.
One, two,
Bye.
bye.